Hello and welcome back to the channel. Okay, I'm going to do something different. I know this is mainly priority of gaming, but my third passion in life is kind of airsoft and I love firearms in general. Sadly, I live in the UK, so therefore we don't really have access to firearms, other than airsoft or paintball. And to be honest, having golf ball size bruises and welts is not fun. Plus, the cost is ridiculous for a gun that doesn't look realistic, but oh well. Anyway, today we're going to have a look at one of my recent collection, and that is the Berretta M9A3, the new 2022 from Umarex, OEM'd by VFC. Now, as you can see here, it gives you model, black, 6mm airsoft, so you get a quick look. Now, obviously, you get a lovely little standard case, which is VFC's typical, except this one lined with foam for a change. Now, obviously, you get usual little pamphlets, usual what to do, what not to do, your features of the gun. Now, if you've had an M9 or an M92, you've had the same. Now, this model is based on the FS, which is, or FSM to be exact, which is full metal and fire and safe. As you can see, we have this lovely black matte finish to it now. You get the A3 Picatinny rail at the front, a 14mm counterclockwise thread at the front, so you can put your light tracers and suppressors. And yes, this being VFC means you don't have to deal with the usual CO2 bulbs. It's actually green gas. And before you all say, oh, it's going to be bad, no, it's not. As we complete the picture there, you can see nice, lovely extendo type mag. Now, one thing you can see, it's very easy to rack. Now, let's have a look at those markings. As you can see, you've got your official Berretta logos there, and you know where it was made, and I think that was the USA Corporation, USA should I say, and you've got your Berretta embossed there, the lovely polymer grips, but full metal frame, metal trigger. You've got your nice little slightly skeletonized hammer. It's a proper steel with a lovely, I would say, pull. And on this side, you've got your model M9A3, caliber 9mm, etc. The full things. And pretty much it's traded up exact to how it should be. Now, the only airsoft bit you can see is just there, and it's fading out, and it will go, and that's your 6mm. Here in Europe, it's kind of like one of those laws, it has to display it, which is why a lot of guns from Asia don't have it, because they want to keep it as real as they can do. Now, if we take the mag out, and we close this box, there we go. As you can see, now I know this is all safe, clear before anyone goes off. You can see no BBs in there, no mag in. Now, disassembly and all that is the same as any typical, but this has had a few working. As you can see, you can put it on safe, hammer stays up, so you can carry it cocked and locked, or you can drop the hammer. Now, obviously, like I say, they've changed the design, VFC. They've gone and thought, well, let's do things right with this gun. So, if I lock that back and I pull that tab down, we can slide off. One of the notices you'll see is, where's all the gubbins? The usual sears and disconnectors and stuff. There is none there. This gun has currently had over 500 shots through it. And as you can see, it's still well lubed. Now, if you notice, the firing pin has been beefed up. This is using VFC's V3 type of pin, where everything's all strong and it's a steel pin in there. You got steel hammer, steel pin, aluminum sear, because it doesn't need to have much, it's just a trigger disconnect. And like I say, the rest is all kind of like an alloy. Now, one thing I will show you is, I don't know if you can see it pretty much on here, down in the rails is an actual recess, and that recess is actually for the toggle lock part here, which, as you can see here on the top, you can normally sort of like see where this toggle will work. As the barrel slides forward and back. That little toggle switch in there that basically allows it to lock and unlock on the real steel actually goes into the rails here and actually does provide a function, which is kind of cool. One of the neat little things that they've done. But reassembly is quite simple. It's just put it back on, slide it back, lock it up, flick, done. You do have steel barrel, I would say guide rod, and steel spring. The barrel is an alloy. There are steel parts inside the hop now. And again, with the hop on this, you have this sliding. So as the gun goes into battery and it's locked, the BBs are further back, so they're out of the way. Again, allowing for smoother cycling. And every time it goes back, it pulls it back, feeds the BB, and then pushes everything forward and locks it further forward. It's a nice design. And to be honest with you, I really enjoy it. Like I say, the gun itself cycles really nice, and it is really good. Now, I put this over my chrono, and you're looking about 310 FPS max with a steady around 300 on a full charge, I would say, of gas and all that for the first mag. The gun itself has been, like I say, very reliable so far. I've not been able to truly use it in game. I've only used it for like normal targets, seeing it in break-in period sort of thing on my range, and it's, like I say, it cycles nice. How can I say this? It doesn't have the same kick as a CO2, but it has enough that you're satisfied. And because it's so silky smooth and it is reliable, there's no hiccups now. It's just the hammer actually hitting the firing pin rather than, you know, having a linkage system with disconnects and so on, which was just overly complicated with the KWA version. And it was like, just didn't need it, so they've just simplified the design, made it a lot more easier for you to use. But yeah, it's really good. Like I say, I've enjoyed it. For an M9 platform gun, I've had several. I've had Tokyo Marui and that. Marui are great, but they feel a little bit light. This one's heavy. It feels like you've got something in your hand, you know. Everything just feels good. The only downside is the magazines, because it is the brand new platform. It was announced at IWI in February, March, and I picked it up in May. So you can see it was literally announced and released. You know, it's hard to get the mags at the moment, so I can't really say for cross compatibility or anything like that at this moment in time. But I would expect it'll have some sort of compatibility, maybe with the standard, you know, M9, M92 military models, A1 mags and so on. But just don't hold me to that. It's worth sort of like running a check or trying to track down the original ones. But yeah, it's really good. Like I say, this is one of my passions, is, like I say, firearms. I do love it. I have a huge collection, and if you'd like to see more, please leave it in the comments below. Please, like I say, like and subscribe if you can. You'd help this channel out if you want to see more airsoft. I will do some shooting videos and so on with it over time, as I get more, how to say, experiencing with this weapon, you know, and I'll post up all the chronographs. I can tell you that in my range that I have, my personal little range, it's 25 meters, fairly accurate. You've got a 1.5 inch group at, like say, 300 to 310 FPS, which for green gas pistol, metal slide, great. You get 1.5 mags worth of BBs before your cooldown sets in, which is more than enough to clear. You're going to put that mag in your pouch and carry on if you're a player or what have you. And it fits that kind of niche role. Like I say, I hope you like it. This has been Middle Aged Gamer, and like I say, I hope to do some more because I've got some lovely HKs. See you in the next one.